Hello there, and welcome to our first episode of the season of Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Reiser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and also Buddy's Bar and Grill right here in Hammond. I'm Alan Waddell with you again, and always joined by the head baseball coach of your Southeastern Lions, Coach Matt Reiser. And Coach, it's great to be here with you. It's great to be back on the field. I know your team was excited to get out there and play this weekend as you're coming off a Southland Conference Championship in 2015. You returned a lot of players, a lot of expectations for this year's club.
Yeah, a lot of high expectations. We returned 7 letter winners offensively. We had 6 preseason all-conference selections. And then to go along with all of that, then you end up returning to Jameson Fisher and Sam Robertson, two guys with plenty of experience in that lineup for us and have great success for us. So, yeah, a lot of expectations, but right now it's all on paper. Right now it's what could be and not what is, and so now we got to go out and prove everybody right with those expectations.
No doubt about it. And Matt, I know that from a year ago, you really stepped the schedule up this year. Not saying that your schedule wasn't tough a year ago, but this year it's certainly challenging. We're going to talk about it as the entire year goes on. You open up with a Sun Belt opponent. ULM comes to town for a 3-game series.
Yeah, you know, the schedule's done so far in advance, and we were fortunate enough that we were able to get that East Carolina tournament, that Keith LeClaire Classic there, and that's going to be a big one for us. I mean, that's going to be a regional type atmosphere, and to go in there and play us and Maryland and Tennessee and East Carolina, all 4 clubs have a chance to make a run in regional, super regional, Omaha. Maryland's kind of my sleeper pick to make a run at Omaha. They were 1 game away from it last year, so we had some things non-conference wise that worked out perfect for us and ULL matchup. With the bye weekend, so we don't have to fly out to Utah, Salt Lake City. We get to stay right here at home. And then obviously with the new additions to the field, we try to make sure that we had a lot of home games. We were very fortunate to be able to open up with Monroe at home, in-state opponent, and Troy at home the second weekend.
Well, Matt, let's talk about this weekend a little bit. You go 2-1. You win Friday and Saturday, drop a very close one on Sunday. The atmosphere for baseball was outstanding. Set a school record for attendance for a 3-game series. The new additions, the video board, the new renovations down the right field line, the upgrades to the restroom facility, a tremendous job, and the fans really came out. We had great weather, and it was a great atmosphere for baseball.
Yeah, it was so exciting to see all the fans come out because there's been a lot of hard work. You know, this is people don't realize behind the scenes how much work's done in opening day, and I put out a little something on social media just trying to thank all those people because there's so many people that do so much for us and help and volunteer their time and their dollars to help this program be one of the best in the country, and we can't thank you guys enough for doing that and being a part of it.
All right, let's go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the highlights as ULM, the Warhawks, were in town in Hammond for opening weekend right here on Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Reiser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill.
Welcome to Buddy's Bar and Grill, located at 1236 South Morrison Boulevard in Hammond. Buddy's is home to great steaks, fresh seafood, and friendly service. Buddy's has been voted the best steakhouse and best restaurant in Tangipahoa Parish. With over 2,500 square feet and 3 large dining rooms, Buddy's can accommodate any party. Buddy's goal has always been to wow customers with their food and prices. Owner Scott Henderson and his family have always believed in giving customers good deals for their hard-earned money. Stop by Buddy's Bar and Grill for dinner and a drink. For more information on Buddy's, please visit buddyshammond.com.
This is the time. This is Ford Truck Month. Let me hear you say truck. Yeah! Ford F-Series is America's best-selling truck. This is the time. This is the place. This is Ford Truck Month.
Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Reiser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and also Buddy's Bar and Grill right here in Hammond. The Lions would welcome in the ULM Warhawks on opening night. It was an outstanding atmosphere for college baseball on Friday night and one of the best pitching performances you'll ever see. Let's check out the Game 1 highlights. All right, opening night here, Jamie Riddle representing Courtyard by Marriott as they were our game sponsor. And Matt, I know you guys had to be excited. Big crowd on hand. It was a great atmosphere for college baseball.
Yeah, over 1,800 people opening night, and you know that they got to see a show, a nice little pitcher's duel on Friday night. Kyle Cedotal, you see him still in here. He gets the punch out there on the change up down the way. He gets the roll over. We go 3 up, 3 down, first inning, and be a lot of that on the night.
Certainly, the story of this game early on, especially with the 2 pitchers, the pitching matchup is Kyle Cedotal would turn in one of the best performances, not only you'll see in a Southeastern uniform this year, but maybe in the country. A tremendous job. Their guy was good as well, but Kyle was just a little bit better.
Yeah, and that's what we talk about. That the jitters were going to be there a little bit for the hitters. You see our first 3 at-bats there weren't very efficient, so to speak, but Kyle did a great job of dominating the zone with all 4 of his pitches, really. You see another changeup there, but he had his fastball, and then when he got later in the game, really had his cutter going as he backdoors it there for another strikeout looking as well. So, he allowed our offense some time and really took the stress off the defense. At the end of the night, I talked about how well we played defensively, not realizing that Cedotal took half the outs with 14 strikeouts. 14
punch-outs on the night. Their guy, he was 6'6", a tall guy, got up there close to 94 miles an hour at times, and kind of created a tough angle for our hitters, especially early on.
Yeah, he really did. He was a different look. We don't have that look, that tall 6'6" look. We got the 6'6" guy we got at Grenier, and he's kind of more of a downer angle, arm slot wise. So you got to tip your hat to that young man. He pitched a hell of a ball game, and again, at the end of the day, we needed some hits. We hit the HBP here. We had a lot of free passes. He started to wear down a little bit, but then he settled right back in and gets the big punch out there.
Really back and forth early on.
Finally a hit here by Cade Stone, the left-hander, leadoff center fielder. We didn't know if we'd ever get a hit on either team. Bruce and I had talked before the game, and about halfway through the game we realized we probably should fire both hit coaches since he's running the hitters and I'm running our hitters. We had 0 hits through 4 innings of baseball, but Kyle does a good job here. They try to bunt. Mount makes a good play to leave him stranded there, runner at second, nobody out. They end up not getting him in, and we keep a scoreless ball game. But again, like you said, it's the pitching duel. It goes back and forth, back and forth. We get another HBP. This is kind of a scary moment here. We finally get this young man back in the lineup. I know it was an exciting day for him, the first time on the field in 18 months. After his shoulder surgery he had last year. So to be back in that uniform, be on the field, he was extremely excited. Get a little something going here, get mid-jet with a walk. You see again the control issue comes into play. We end up getting another guy on base here. Service gets down the line there, beats out the play, first base. And we've really set up a moment here. We got 1 out, Drew Avens up. And unfortunately, that guy bared down here and got the big punch out there to get out of the inning.
So it stays scoreless here as we're getting later in the ball game, and Kyle just stayed locked in on this one. It was really a treat. You have a good angle from back here, but he just threw the ball right where he wanted. And this is a great play by Kenny Menard.
Yeah, again, we talk about how great we played defensively Friday night. There weren't a lot of plays to make, but the few plays we had to make, we made. There was a nice play there by Kennan and another nice play made by Seward in the ball game as well. But again, the story was Kyle Cedotal there with another punch out. Here we go.
First hit of the
year. Yep. Here we go. We get our first hit of the year with Taylor Swanner. Sorry, he's got the first cousin on Monroe team as well. He gets the leadoff double there, but again, our bats all weekend were pretty non-productive on our outs. We had the strikeout there. We couldn't get the guy over, so we couldn't get him in. So we stayed at a scoreless ball game. Get the ball right back to Cedotal, the punch outs, and then hopefully here we go again with Mount getting on base here, drawing the walk and the free pass, and finally cash in on one of these.
Started to put some pressure as here's another base hit. Now first and second for the Lions, trying to get something going here late in the ball game.
Yeah, you feel pretty comfortable when you got first and second and nobody out. We do a good job of getting the bunt down here. Third baseman's playing back. Maybe it lays down kind of a drag, sack bunt situation. We get the walk here with Service, so we're feeling pretty good with 1 out, bases loaded. And Avens comes to the plate. They brought in the side armor, the little sidewinder, but unfortunately he worked out of it. And then we try to run a catcher's delay. Again, on the weekend, being open on weekend for whatever reason it was, I don't know if I prepared them right, but we were playing pretty slow. We try to run a catcher's delay there. We get caught and froze in the moment. But again, didn't matter. The story of the night was Kyle Cedotal, another strikeout looking there, and another strikeout looking again there to tally up that 14 strikeouts.
He just seemed to get stronger as the game went on. I know at one point looked up and he only had 89 pitches through 8 innings. And with that many strikeouts, he was very economical as well with his pitches. And now the offense gets it going here. And when this guy gets on base, usually good things happen.
Yep, you see the preseason, former Player of the Year, last year, 2015 Player of the Year, getting a leadoff walk. we do a good job of getting them over there on the hit and run. And
Right
Big
through.
Fisher, there it is. Finally, the constipation's released. We get the big knock to get the run in there in the bottom of the 8th inning and take the lead.
And that's the kind of production you missed from a year ago with Jamison Fisher. He's a run producer.
He is. You know, he finds a way to get on base. He finds a way to knock guys in, and he would account for both runs that night with the RBI and then a run scored here coming up shortly. Yep, and there it is. We get the
Ball
pass
gets away.
ball.
Lions go up 2-0 at this point, and that would be all you needed because Cedotal was just so good as he would go the distance in this one and just was tremendous. Complete game shutout on opening night, 14 punch-outs, only 2 hits, only 1 walk as well. That's dominance.
Yep, National Player of the Week, and can be more proud of that young man to give us that open day performance.
So the Lions win in front of a big crowd, 1,800 in attendance on opening night. Lions win this one. They move to 1-0 overall, 2-0. You can see not a lot of hits, but the Lions made theirs count as they go to 1-0. And here's Kyle Cedotal. Again, dominating performance. What a tremendous performance by the senior left-hander. Matt, I know we just talked about him a lot during the highlights there, but, man, you got to talk about Kyle Cedotal. I mean, this guy was the story of the weekend. He was the Louisville Slugger National Player of the Week, 14 punch-outs. Just a tremendous performance by this guy who moved into that Friday night role.
Yeah, you know, couldn't be more proud of Kyle. You know, we lost our Friday, Saturday guys last year. Kyle was on Sunday. We knew we had a chance to lose all 3 of the draft. We were fortunate to keep Kyle. He had a great summer this past summer in the Cape Cod League, and you know, kind of picked up right where he left off from last year. To have that performance he did on Friday night, like you said, that was a real story more than anything. Lions
moved to 1-0 on the year here in 2016. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the highlights of Game 2 and 3 right here on Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Riser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill.
This is the time. This is Ford Truck Month. Let me hear you say truck. Yeah! Ford F-Series is America's best-selling truck. This is the time. This is the place. This is Ford Truck Month.
Lions Baseball is supported by Louisiana's First Choice Auto Auction, located in SLU's hometown, Hammond, Louisiana. Louisiana's First Choice Auto Auction is a dealer-only auction.
For more information on Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction or their upcoming charity golf tournament, please visit www.lafcaa.com or visit Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction on Facebook and Twitter.
Your eyesight is so important, and when it comes to your eye care, let the friendly staff at the Bond Roten Eye Clinic care for you. Doctors Hunter Bond and Chris Roten, along with their staff of trained doctors, are committed to providing every patient with quality care. The Bond Roten Eye Clinic has the latest medical technology and eye care to help you, the patient. With over 14 years of experience, the Bond Roten Eye Clinic has 3 locations to serve you, with offices in Denham Springs, Hammond, and Amite. So if it's a checkup, glasses, or LASIK surgery, you need to visit the Bond Roten Eye Clinic. For more information on the clinic, please visit bondroteneyeclinic.com. Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Riser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill right here in Hammond. The Lions would look to take the series against ULM by taking Game 2. Here's the highlights. All right, here we go into Saturday, a gorgeous day for baseball, and not too many places in the country in February does your field pop like that and look that good for Game 2, as offensively would really get it going, especially early in this one.
Yeah, we did a good job. You know, I thought Friday night we had a lot of guys with some jitters, and you saw that. We got that constipation out the way there late on the first ball game there in the 8th inning, and it kind of rolled over to Saturday morning here. As we got going right away, you got Derek Mounts double there down the line, scoring a run. And then Daniel Midget comes up and draws the walk. We scored 2 runs here early. The RBI single here by Service in the 6th hole allows us to take the early 2-0 lead.
And Lion fans, look closely. Those are pinstripe pants the Lions are wearing in this one. We'll break those out here in 2016, a new add to the combination of uniforms here for Lion Baseball.
Yep, well, you know, us in the uniforms. We always got to keep it something new, and the pinstripe pants are a good look.
Here's another base hit. That's Taylor Schwanner. Offensively, really had it going on Saturday. Just the starter for ULM just didn't seem to have an answer for the bats in this one, as Ryan Byers with a double shoots one in the gap right here.
Yeah, Ryan did a fantastic job. You know, he's really worked hard, extremely hard on the breaking ball in the off season, and doing a better job on a swing and miss with 2 strikes. You see he does a great job there with 2 strikes, driving the ball backside for an RBI double.
So the Lions jump on top here early in this one.
And Jacob Seward bloopers one there.
This one is going good offensively. He's kind of dropping in there.
Yeah, get it all right.
Byers comes in to score as we get a pretty comfortable lead here early on in this one. As Jamison Fisher then comes through and kind of a CNI single, but hey, he gets through there, and he had a bunch of hits on this weekend.
He really did, and to be honest with you, offensively we had a good day. You see here, we're having some more productive outs. I think that was the big thing that really hurt us Friday and even on Sunday, and a little bit in the back end of this ball game. But early we had some productive outs. When you get the sacks like that, you get a guy in, you move a guy over third base, it allows you to do some other things and score some runs. And the flunky.
Lions dancing. And Matt, one of the storylines for your club this year is Max Cedotal. He's coming out of the closer role from a year ago. He's going to be a starter on the weekend. Talk about how you thought he performed here in his opening weekend, his first time out. Did you see him hit a jam here but works out of it?
Yeah, really proud of him. He's hit a couple walls here in the early spring and been having some trouble getting through them. He has his one inning, and he had a chance here, like we just talked about, to have a moment where they score a couple runs, but boy, he just bows that neck. He gets a strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts to get out of the inning and let our offense go back to work.
Here's another guy that we didn't see a year ago, Sam Robertson, back in the lineup. He would catch on this day, and nice to see him rip one down the line there for a double.
Yeah, it's nice to see him behind the plate as well. Now I keep getting the question, what are you going to do with all your catchers? We try to figure out how to get in the lineup, and Sam did a good job on Saturday.
Here's the race, an in-game activity here, as Chick-fil-A of Hammond was our game sponsor on Saturday.
There's a nice play there by Fisher.
Moving over there to first base this year. Like you mentioned, so many guys that are talented behind the plate.
Yeah.
You can't play them all behind the plate. You got to move them around a little bit. And here's a great play down in the corner by Ryan Byers, as that would end the inning. A nice aggressive play there defensively, making that grab.
Here you see the freshman Peyton Robinson coming in. Had some little jitters there early, but settled in pretty nicely after he got out of his jitters. You can see his fastball. He ran his fastball up to 90 a few times there, making him do a good job of his location there, getting another punch out. And it's nice to get that true freshman out there and get that first collegiate appearance out the way. There's a nice play here by Kenny Menard with Josh Green on the bump. Finish off the ball game. Josh Green did a fantastic job coming in and finishing it out. Another nice defensive play there by Kenny Menard.
Lions win this one 8-2, 14 hits. I know it was only the second game of the year, but nice to see the offense really get rolling on Saturday.
Yep, we got a chance offensively to be pretty productive, so hopefully they continue to do it.
Ryan Byers, big day, 2 for 4, a couple of runs scored. Had a monster home run there late in the ball game. Matt, Friday night, it was pitching. Saturday, offensively, a great start by Max Cedotal and the bullpen as well, but offensively was really the story.
Yeah, we did a good job. We talked about there in the highlights a little bit. It took us a little while to get going there on Friday night, but it carried right over to Saturday morning and jumped on the starter there early. Thought we could have had some more better at-bats there later in the game and really could extend that lead, but the one thing I was proud about, every time they scored, we responded with it. So, if we continue to swing the bats like that and continue to be as productive as that, we'll have a lot of games. We'll win by a lot of runs. All
right, let's go back out and check out those Game 3 highlights at the Pat. All right, here we go into Sunday. Game 3, Lions looking for the sweep. Dominic Carlini on the mound, the Game 3 starter. And ULM would actually jump on the board first in this one. Face a little adversity, play from behind for the first time.
Yep, they did a good job coming out with some energy. And again, we talked about being able to make the big inning. Dom does a fantastic job here. He gives up the hit there early, gives up a run. Could have been a lot worse than what it was, but really settled in nicely. Gets the punch out, and then gets a nice play there by Mount over at third base and gets out the inning.
We really saw Carlini throw very well last year at the end of the year, and he rolled that into this start. Here's Byers again with a double into the gap, trying to get something going offensively.
Yeah, again, we talk about Ryan, there it is again, that backside gap. He's worked tremendously hard to improve there, and if he'll do that all year, he's got a chance to be not only the all-conference selection, but maybe even possibly player of the year. See Sam back up here. We do a good job with the hanging breaking ball going the other way. Sam got the nod again on Saturday and on Sunday, and really more than anything we talked about early Sunday, we were playing pretty slow, and You see when we play fast where Seward, drops down the bunt. We get the base knock, big 2-out knock here.
This is a big play. Had to play at the plate. Catcher can't hang on, and you're able to score, tie the game, and that gives the opportunity for the inning to be extended, and then Midyett makes them pay.
Yeah, anytime you extend the inning with Midyett and Fisher, it's got a chance to be a big inning there with 2 outs, and that's exactly what happened. Midyett does a fantastic job going the other way there with 2 strikes. Had a couple bad calls there in the at-bat, could allow it to affect him. He didn't, stay with the plan, and gets 2 big runs there. Unfortunate here at the end, the defense kind of fell apart. We mis-executed some things on bunt coverages. You see there, we had another out right in front of us. We get the 2 outs, and they get the big 2-out knock to lose it there in extras.
Yeah, we go in the 10th inning. We have a home run by Jamison Fisher to cut it to 1 run. Just couldn't tie it up there at the end. Unfortunate way for the weekend to end. Matt, such a good weekend of baseball. I know it's disappointing to lose that way at the end. You have a 3-run lead in the 9th, and kind of slips away there in extra innings, but overall, talk about this weekend.
Yeah, the last part of there, we've got to make some adjustments there. We got to be able to finish out some ball games and get some new faces in there. And sometimes you're going to have some early losses that happen like that because you got to get those guys that experience. But, like you said, overall on the weekend, we take 2 out of 3 at home. Anytime you take a series, you open up the year, the season, no matter who your opponent is or where you're at, if you're at home or on the road, obviously it's off to the right start. So definitely some things to improve. We've got a lot of things to improve and work on this week. But the good thing is if the guys keep going with the same mentality, we'll be in good shape.
One more question for you, Matt. We got to address it again. What about the fans this weekend, man? A school record for attendance in a 3-game series.
Yeah, we had almost 4,400, average right under 1,500 for the weekend. And, when we talked about this a couple weeks ago and we talked about all the updates and facilities and how this was for the fan experience, that was our goal. We're trying to average 1,500 a game, and we almost did it this weekend, an opening weekend. So couldn't be more proud of it, the atmosphere, and again, thankful to all the people who put all the hard work behind the scenes to make the atmosphere what it is. Because I can tell you, the more people that get out there and support those guys, the better we play.
No doubt about it. Let's go ahead and take a break. We come back, we'll have more right here on Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Riser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill.
Welcome to Buddy's Bar and Grill, located at 1236 South Morrison Boulevard in Hammond. Buddy's is home to great steaks, fresh seafood, and friendly service. Buddy's has been voted the best steakhouse and best restaurant in Tangipahoa Parish. With over 2,500 square feet and 3 large dining rooms, Buddy's can accommodate any party. Buddy's goal has always been to wow customers with their food and prices. Owner Scott Henderson and his family have always believed in giving customers good deals for their hard-earned money. Stop by Buddy's Bar and Grill for dinner and a drink. For more information on Buddy's, please visit buddyshammond.com.
Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Riser, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers and also Buddy's Bar and Grill right here in Hammond. We heard a lot about Kyle Cedotal earlier in the program, and we're going to introduce you to the senior left-hander.
After going 9-2 with a 2.08 ERA last year, left-hander Kyle Cedotal had to decide if he wanted to take his game to the next level or return to Southeastern for his senior season. Well, as you saw in the highlights earlier, Kyle returned to Hammond as the Friday night starter, in fact, taking on a huge responsibility.
Being a tone setter is what I see as a Friday guy. You can't sweep unless you win Friday. And you want to sweep every series. You sweep every series, you'll go undefeated if you win the midweeks. And that's our goal as a team. We want to go undefeated. And if we can't do that without winning the first one, so that's the most important thing for us.
Kyle surely set the tone on opening night against ULM as he went all 9 innings, allowing only 2 hits and striking out 14. But while striking out 14 is an amazing feat, it may not have been the highlight of his night. You see, he only walked 1 batter.
I pride myself on not giving anything away. If you're going to get a hit, you're going to get it. I'm not just going to let you get on base, and that's something I take a lot of pride in and work at for the most part for me. That's one of my goals.
The sports marketing major loves his baseball, but Kyle knows he's only able to play the game he loves because he gets his work done in the classroom. Of the 3 years Kyle's been at Southeastern, he's made the Southland Conference Academic Honor Roll twice.
It's one of the reasons I chose to come here. I'll be the first person in my immediate family right now to graduate college, and that's a big deal to me. I'm going to have a degree, and I'm going to be able to get a job and be successful the rest of my life because of a degree, regardless of baseball, and that's the most important thing to me.
In years past, he's been asked to pitch and hit While he may be called upon to pinch hit from time to time in 2016, Kyle will mostly be asked to go out and set the tone for the weekend. But even he isn't looking ahead to his next start. Kyle's focus is on the next game the team plays, because he enjoys the team sport aspect so much.
It's we got to sweep. We win Saturday, then we'll go to next week. We win Sunday, we'll go to next week.
For Inside Southeastern Baseball, I'm Damon Sunday.
So there you see Kyle Cedotal, a fantastic weekend, and we look forward to watching him all year long. And as you can see, we have a special guest who has joined us on set now. As since the last time we saw you guys, our fans out there, Jacob Alexander Reiser was born in September. And Matt, I know you are proud of this young man who is now 5 months old.
Yeah, he's there's no denying him. He's a spitting image of me, and obviously, you know, that we had a tough loss there on Sunday. We go home and I get to see that smile. It makes it just a little bit easier to swallow.
No doubt about it. You know, he came out the gates pretty strong with 2 straight wins, pretty good performances. But, Matt, you know, we'll turn our attention now this weekend. A lot of home games early in the year.
Yeah.
You're going to play Troy this weekend and then followed up with Tulane in the midweek. So a lot of good competition coming into the Pat.
Yeah, a lot of good competition. And like you said, they're at home. I think that's the important part. You know, we open up. Our first 8 games are at home. Our first road trip, that's when we go to East Carolina. And Troy's got a quality ball club. They're coming off a 4-game sweep of Northern Kentucky where they pitched it really well. They got a lot of veterans back in their weekend rotation. So we'll have our hands full. You know, we'll have to execute offensively. And then if we pitch like we did this past weekend, I think we'll be in good shape. You saw Tulane, what they did this week. They took 2 out of 3 from Illinois, who was a super regional opponent last year. So have them come back in the Pat, you know, it was always a dynamite game for us to work through. So.
And Matt, quickly before we go, what do you take out of this weekend? I know there's some things to improve on.
Yeah, you know, I think the biggest thing is the production. You know, I think we got to clean up some things from a snowball effect. We talk about defensively, eliminate the big inning. That's what beat us there on Sunday. And then offensively, we got to be able to extend that lead a little bit more. We have the opportunity to do so. So I think the right pieces are there, the right parts are there. It's just a matter of putting it all together. And the good thing is it's early in the year. Hopefully we figure it out between now and then.
We are certainly glad to be back with you here in 2016. We're looking forward to an exciting Lion baseball season. We'll be here each and every Monday night. Come join us. We watch the highlights. We have a good time. We eat. We socialize after the program as we invite you to come out every Monday night. As it's going to be a great year for Lion baseball. If you didn't have a chance to come out this weekend, come out and check out the Lions against Troy. You will really like what you see, not only on the field, but off the field with all the great improvements to the Pat. Yeah, but that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for joining us. For Matt Reiser and Xander Reiser, I'm Alan Waddell. We'll see you next week right here on Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Matt Reiser, presented by the local Southern Quality 4 dealers and Buddy's Bar and Grill.